Hey everybody, David here, and this is another Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition race walkthrough, and this is dealing with the Aasimar, which is a new race in D&D 5e, and it is in the Dungeon Master's Guide on page 286. So, the Aasimar is basically the opposite of what a tiefling is. Now, the Aasimar is a more rare type of race. It's not like a traditional race like your dwarf, your halfling, your human, your gnome. It's more of a specialty type of race. And like I said, it does mirror basically what the tiefling is. You know, the tiefling is, elemental chaos. You think of evil, demons. And the Aasimar is radiance, the heavens. So that's what the Aasimar is. And the Aasimar is mainly a good character. Now you can fall to an evil alignment, but that's not really what the Aasimar are about. And like it even says here in the text here, the Aasimars will make good clerics and paladins, and the Aasimar should be to celestials and humans what the tieflings are to fiends and humans. So you can see right there, they basically mirror what the tiefling is. Now, as for features for the Aasimar, they're going to get a lot of the same things as what the tiefling gets, except for the opposite. I mean, it works the same way, and you're going to get a +1 wisdom score and a +2 charisma. So you can, like it says, a good choice would be a cleric, a paladin, or even a bard. I mean, bards are charisma based. Sorcerers are charisma based, so maybe you want to check into one of those classes as well. Now, the age for the Aasimar, basically they mature at the same rate as humans, but they live a few years longer. Their alignment, and here's a perfect example, says due to their celestial heritage, Aasimars are often good. However, some Aasimar fall into evil, rejecting their heritage. Now, the size of the Aasimar are built well proportioned, just like the humans, half-orcs, and their size is medium. Their base walking speed is going to be 30 feet. They also get dark vision, just like the tiefling, and thanks to your celestial heritage, you have superior vision in dark and dim conditions. And the way dark vision works is like this. You can see dim light within 60 feet of you as if you were in bright light. And if the area is darkness, it basically appears to you as if it's dim light. And just like the dwarf and several of the other races that get dark vision, your dark vision actually works in shades of gray, so it's not full color. Now, you're also going to get celestial resistance, and this is where it's opposite of the tiefling. So they're basically resistance to fire for the tiefling. Now, the Aasimar is going to be resistant to necrotic damage and radiant damage. So as you can see, they get a very nice bonus resistance. Now, they also get Celestial Legacy, and this is where you're going to know several spells and gain several more. Well, you're going to start with Light. As you can see, you can start with the Light cantrip, and you can cast that as many times as you want. It is a cantrip, and then once you reach 3rd level, you can cast a Lesser Restoration spell once with this trait, and then after you cast Lesser Restoration, you'll need to finish a long rest. And what Lesser Restoration does is it basically cures one disease or several different conditions, like dazed or paralyzed. That's what Lesser Restoration does. So that's actually really nice. And then once you hit level 5, whatever class you decide to take, you will gain the Daylight spell. And then once you use Daylight spell as a 3rd level spell, you'll have to have another long rest. And Daylight is basically 60-foot radius, and you can put it on a point. I think it's within 60 feet. I could be wrong on that, but basically it works like this. If you cast Daylight, and if your Daylight overlaps any magical type of darkness, as long as that magical type of darkness is 3rd level or lower, your light will cancel that. So if there's something, blurring the vision over here and is dark, you can cast your Daylight, and if it's 3rd level or lower, it will literally just cancel that darkness spell out. So Daylight is actually a really nice spell. Now, you're going to need to use Charisma as your spell casting ability just for these spells. but take into consideration if you play another class like a sorcerer, you're also going to have charisma, or if you decide to play a druid, then it's going to be wisdom, or cleric is a wisdom. So you want to make sure that you'll keep these separately if you're playing a class that's something other than charisma as a spellcasting ability. And then last but not least, your languages for the Aasimar are basically, you're going to be able to read, write, common, and celestial. So that's basically how to determine what an Aasimar is. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any kind of comments, please feel free to leave them down below. And thank you again for watching. If you guys need any kind of character sheets, I have over 840 character sheets on my website, tabletopping.net. There's a link down below. And have fun, and I'll see you next time.